Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans. First off, we would like to say we wish you and your families a safe and happy new year, and hope that we can put aside any chaos, no pun intended, that any of us may have encountered today, and watch some fantastic Final Fantasy Randomizer tag team co-op with two of our amazing teams tonight. I am Luffy DV, joined alongside my co-duckling, Deadpulse. So tonight we have a fantastic, wonderful matchup tonight of the Irongol Double Dragon Co-op Tournament Championship. Two teams tonight. We have the champions, Ale and Caelb, Team Caelb. Challenging them tonight are the number one contenders, Sir Linkalot and Thunderclawed, Team Thundera. I am joined tonight again by my co-duckling Deadpulse with the always amazing Danny 3883 tracking and the Wizard Dark Moon on Restream. Deadpulse, we look like we're going to have a high octane matchup tonight between these two juggernaut teams. What are your thoughts as we get ready to break down the seed and tell our folks what we're in for tonight?
Oh my goodness, we're going to witness four real titans of the game struggling it out for the championship match. This is going to be really exciting. We're looking at a kind of weird flag set. We have 4 dud locations and an entrance shuffle and floors that are on. Because this is a tag tournament, they're going to be sharing those key items, however. And we're looking at some restricted party class members where you can only use either a fighter, red mage, promoted thief or a ninja, white wizard, and black wizard, and the tail has been removed.
Yep, that is right. With the floor and entrance shuffle, it's going to be very interesting to see the routing for our two teams tonight. I'm going to get it ready to drop the gate on our runners, and we'll get underway. Alright, so Deadpulse, as a fellow dragon and a duckling, what are your thoughts right now on getting ready to get a team going, and what are you going to be doing to think about dividing and conquering your party tonight with your teammate? What would you be doing?
Well, first I'd be looking for the end game. What am I going to be doing to defeat chaos? Whether that involves buying cat claws because I can't find a better weapon, or looking for the mass immune and relaying that to my partner. We see level 1 nuke, so that's always a good start.
So we have a question in chat by Burt Reynolds. Which is better tonight, the fighter or the ninja? So the fighter ended up with having 2 bursts tonight and 1 malice. The bonuses were plus 20 vitality, plus 20 MDef. The malice was stuck with black mage HP. The ninja, funny enough, also had a bonus of plus 15 agility and plus 10 vitality, and their malice as well was they had black mage strength.
Yeah, so those thieves aren't going to be, or the ninjas aren't going to be hitting that hard. Good thing we have, black wizards for days.
And with these, this party composition, very interesting with the 3 black mages taken. The black mage bonus was not only a black wizard and had access to the entire black magic catalog, it also got white mage magic.
We're looking at the first deviations here of dividing and conquering.
As you see, Caelb going up top the Temple of Fiends finds a sea shrine floor, while Ale Markin goes over and gonna whack him down some pirates.
I really like the play of someone going over to Provoca right away to take out the pirates to see what's there.
It gets you that key item as well, which is always nice.
The TNT, so we mark off a not dud location.
Yeah. As you watch Caelb do a quick about face right there, turning around to go turn in this TNT as he finds dwarves up there at the Temple of Fiends location.
I can just hear Ale screaming, hey, turn back around, get that herb. Yeah, based off the fact that the ninja had, black mage strength, I do really like the fighter and triple black wizard.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was probably the best party composition. You might have considered a red mage. Let me check their bonuses. I think it was to the strength. Let's see. Yeah, red mage had 20 plus HP and plus 10 strength, but they couldn't wear a pro ring. So, you're always safe for bringing a fighter anyway. They're going to be getting more HP and they're going to be just fine.
And imps with cremate are giving Caleb some problems. Ogre's also having Scorch, so it's pretty AoE heavy on the early monsters here.
Yeah, it's going to be quite hot there as we got Cremate and Scorch.
Yeah, this is something I don't like to see, especially in floor shovel, when you're forced to walk around the overworld in the starting areas, and everything is out to kill you.
Yep, that's right for sure. It can be a little encouraging to see that early and know that you'll hopefully avoid some of that later on once you get a little levels on you and you get out of the inner sea, but it can be frustrating to get going, that's for sure.
Looks like Caleb has found Ice Cave.
Mm-hmm. That looked like that was down off of a Sky 3 floor. Quite a bit of boxes on that floor, so he's probably just trying to dip down and see how far he can go.
That might determine who's going to be the winner, is how many chests are being checked, because there's no loose, so the only items that you're really looking for are some sort of weapon for your melee character to swing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's correct. And with 3 casters of Nuke, I mean, that's going to take care of your early game, provided you get some decent turn order on some of these enemies that are out to kill you.
And on the other side, you take a look at the boss HP, and I think it was only scaled 50 to 200. So it's possible you could just nuke your way mostly through Topher.
Mm-hmm. Yep, boss HP was 50 to 200, that is correct. And their stats were 100 to 250. So the boss stats will be a little higher, but we might find that HP coming closer to vanilla, which can be nuked through. You are 100% correct.
And Team Thunder a lot getting their herb.
Mm-hmm. As like Caleb took a wipe there, I wasn't sure what got him.
It's hard because anything in these opening areas seems to just want to destroy you, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very early on, seeing some sea floors and sky floors can be a little intimidating, less than 10 minutes into the game. But, like we've been saying, that early nuke's going to kind of quell a few of their worries.
Yeah, if I'm in an entrance floor shovel and I have level 1 nuke, I want to see all of the sky levels, the sea levels, and I want to take a couple of fights and just, hey, look, I'm level 20 now.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Always feels pretty good when you can have your levels higher than the timer less than 10 minutes in.
See Ale finding some delicious rock goals, trying to survive them.
Yep, and just like that, Ale is level 10.
And finds the double fighter. Man, now he's just got to survive the imps once he gets out.
Yep, Sky provides, as it usually does.
And another thing, the wolves have ice too. Add another thing to the list.
This is a very interesting early game here. If they get some traction, it'll be fine, but getting there is going to be a bit of a challenge.
I mean, it begs the question, who rolled this seed?
I think if you've been around the community long enough, you would know exactly who rolled this seed.
Yeah, he says knowing exactly who rolled it. You see Caleb taking on the pirates. It looks like he's trying to get a little experiences. Free experiences, the best experience.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, as you can see, that gets him up to level 4. AL is already up above level 10, somewhere around 11 or 12. So hearing how AL's being able to work his way through this early game, I'm sure Caleb's going to try to grab those free levels. Why not?
Yeah, it's one thing to dive for experience when you're, level 4 or 6, but when you're level 1 and all your black wizards are like, oh, I have 25 health, don't look at me.
Yep, feels pretty bad.
Did I see that right? Was that a katana -3?
I believe it was, yeah. There is blurring on the gear tonight, -3 to +7, so it doesn't, surprise at all to me that the katana rolled as negative as it possibly could.
Like I said, I'm still looking for those cat claw +7s in the shop.
I'm telling you, if they come across a silver dagger +7, I would carry that till mid to late game for sure. As Sir Linkalot finds a double fighter tile inside Ice Cave, so I'm not sure how far down that was, but that's a pretty nice little find right there.
I'll have to pay attention to see how much health they rolled.
Mm-hmm. It looked like they were going down to a single nuke, so they get pretty good MDef, so I'm thinking that it wasn't too high. If it's less than about 150, I feel pretty comfortable with that.
I mean, that's not terribly deep. It's not, as shallow as I would like it for a grind, but take your characters up to 20, 25, it's not terrible. And you can probably do it in about 5 minutes.
Yep. I also noticed that thanks to the blessing, the black mages were also to get level 2 fade. So we got level 1 nuke and level 2 fade. That is just a beautiful thing right there.
I was hoping that some level was going to be loaded and have nuke fade, cure 4, life 2, and there would have to be a decision made. It doesn't look like the sea is any more forgiving as Caelb gets poisoned to bejesus and back. We're going to look at level 3 magic.
Looks like Thunder has found a R Hydra 4-pack here. I'm not sure if it's off a power cycle or if it's just one of the first couple encounters on this sky floor, but he's taking these right now.
I think I saw him do a power cycle and then do mana cores, and I think that was the second fight up here.
Ah, gotcha. Well, that's 2 pretty decent enemies back to back right there.
It looks like we find Fast at level 4, as well as I'm pretty sure I saw Exit.
Mm-hmm. You never like seeing Fast and Exit share a level with something that you want, especially when they're together with a bit of a mixed spellbook hybrid tonight. But I mean, I'd rather see Exit sharing a level with Fast than say Temper.
Yeah, that is very true. Temper, we still haven't seen that yet, so the fear is that, that's going to be a level 8 spell.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't made it over to Crescent, and we haven't made it over to the on-rack area as well, some of those level 6 and 7 spells, but You definitely like to see temper roll a little bit lower.
And Caleb showing us the useless Bahamut. The only thing he would tell you is you're not allowed to promote this seed.
That's right.
It looks like we have temper at level 5.
Okay, not bad. That's about as deep as I'd like to see temper fall in any kind of flag set.
Well, you got to think even at level 25, you're going to have maybe 6 charges of level 5 magic, and you've got 3 casters, so 18. Yeah, that's enough to take me with my silver sword plus 5, maybe.
Yeah, I'd agree with that for sure. As we got shoutouts in chat pointing out that exit with fast is not so bad because you don't cast exit early in a dungeon where fast charges would matter. That's very true.
Yeah, I suppose it could have rolled with one of the sweepers or even like a Cure 4.
Mm-hmm.
And Sir Linkalot picking up a bunch of the Quad X. Do you think that's because he's planning on going back to those fighters who have, less than 300 health?
I mean, I've grown to have a brand new appreciation for the Quad X spell. It's quickly becoming one of my favorite spells in the game, so I would pick it up any chance I get, and especially knowing you have those double fighters with less than 300 HP, I'd pick that up for sure.
It also looks like level 5 white magic has life in it, so that's a good find.
Mm-hmm. As you got Caleb finding the Bridge of Destiny, you got to take some fights right here, and Ale finding the carry floor. So we got 2 fiend floors found pretty early on. Let's see if they're going to get a little cheeky.
You were talking about Quad X being one of your new favorite spells. Confuse is actually one of my newest favorites, especially on something like this where, oops, look, I found carry, but I don't have anything to kill it with. Now just cast Confuse and you'll probably be fine.
Yep, that is an underrated spell, that's for sure. As punches it down, Paul.
You know what works better than Confuse? Having 3 nuke casters.
Yeah, I agree. That'll cure a lot of your ills.
Oh, I ran out of nukes? Don't worry, I've got level 2 Fate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they'll be looking at about what? You got to figure those black mages are probably getting maxed out on level 1, so 27 charges of nuke and probably at least 7 charges each of Fade. I mean, so you're looking at, what, 50 casts or so of heavy magic sweepers? I mean, that'll be fine.
That's pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that sort of thing.
It looks like Thunder is making his way through ordeals.
Mm-hmm.
See, I got it right that time.
Sir Linkalot checking the spike tile is up in the top room of Earth 4.
Is rewarded with a power bonk.
Yeah, you'd love to see that. Free cast of Saber for days. You're going to love it.
You know, what I really wouldn't mind finding is the defense sword.
Yep, I agree. Defense sword, again, one of those great utility items. Not bad to swing, even though we won't be getting a promoted knight tonight, but it's also cast Ruse in battle, which will give you 2 stacks of evasion per cast.
And especially, and the bosses can roll up to 250% stats, so even at, 150%, Kraken 2 is scary as all sin.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. You see that Kraken cast fast on itself, dropping 38 hits for 1,400 damage. Nothing is surviving it.
Ale turning in the herb and finding the floater.
Okay.
We are
Gotta
about
get
to get
ourselves
airborne.
a canoe, and then we'll be airborne. Yep. So it bears mentioning tonight that this is a co-op tournament. So you see right there on Ale Markin's side, he has a text come across the top of his screen saying that he received an item. That's an item that Caelb received from an NPC, and then it goes over in an inventory through a server that is shared between both teams. So this is one of those fun ways to play FFR with a teammate, and kind of gives you an idea on how to work on routing and strategy and dividing and conquering the world here, trying to save it from chaos.
Everything is always more fun when you play in a group.
Indeed. Thunder is still working his way through these pillars right here. It looks like they're giving him a bit of a fit.
Is that Death Touch on Man Cats?
I think it is.
What a pack of Man Cats. We'll go first.
Yeah, Thunder just exited out. He got himself turned around. He's starting fresh.
I saw Caelb check all the greater than less than, but I did not see if he got anything good out of it.
I think it was mostly just basic gear. I didn't see much.
I think I saw
Funny
the
if you look at it. Funny thing with both these teams, if you look, you got Caelb and Sir Link-a-Lot out there on the greater than less than floor, while Thunderclaw and Ale Markin are in ordeals at the same time. So it's amazing. 2 runners, 2 teams, 4 runners actually, 2 teams, 20 plus minutes into a seed, and they're both in the same dungeon at the same time, just in different spots. It's pretty wild.
It's interesting how these tag matches kind of work. You try to branch out so that you're not overlapping, so that you always have an extra area to go where your tag team partner isn't going to go. And yeah, just like you said, it's hilarious that they just kind of reconverge back into each other.
Up and there we go. Ale picks up that canoe and finds some Agamas on the spike tile.
So those Agamas looked like they had slightly higher health than I'd like.
Yeah, I think I saw more than 250, but maybe less than 320. So it's not a guaranteed single nuke shot down every time, but it's not terrible.
I mean, I'm under the assumption he's going to take this until he's out of nukes.
I mean, yeah, you
And
might as
not a
well just go
phase.
through your charges, right? Yeah, just take your charges, go through it. You're one step from the door. You can save as soon as you get out. These guys don't look like they have anything scary, so why not?
You forget about those Man Cats that he could be run into, that ambush and have Death Touch.
God, wouldn't that just be terrible? Because you are correct. He is taking a step on the encounter table because this is not a safe tile. But he's running that risk.
I don't think he's seen the Man Cats.
Yeah. Commentator curse, maybe. Let's hope not.
Well, if he didn't see him, he heard about him because he's getting out of there.
Yeah, I'm sure Caelb would have relayed that to him.
And And we got Caelb first in the air.
Mm-hmm. And that's just good communication right there. While Ale was taking his levels, Caelb worked his way over once he got that canoe and picked up the airship. That's good teamwork right there.
Looks like ThunderClon found the marsh split. Gonna check out the north first.
Mm-hmm. So we're a little over 23 minutes in here, and I gotta say that I feel like they're about even on exploration or so right now. They both seem to be running over each other's steps. They both seem to be going through the same motions here. As I say that, Thunderclad finds the carry floor, gonna take himself out a Lamia snake. And this will even us up in orbs too. So Dead Pulse, you're a little less than 25 minutes in. Just got in the air with your teammate. What are you thinking right now? You planning on doing some turn-ins, some incentive locations, diving some other dungeons? What's your plan?
Well, I think it's being the first in the air for Caelb. I don't know if he knows he's first in the air, but I would immediately go up to Cardia and check those out. The most locations as central as possible, just to get them all out of the way. And then once Ale picks up his airship, he can check out the peripheral locations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan, as Caelb's going to make a pit stop and drop off this adamant and see what Smithy McBeard's sword has for us tonight. A little hooray dwarf for our troubles.
So that was nice finding the Oxyel there. I haven't seen any dub locations yet.
No, I don't think I have either, which will make things a little interesting as we get a little later into this. Oxyel not guaranteed to be necessary with for an entrance shuffle, but could be hiding something behind that on-rack dungeon. So you definitely would rather see it than have to look for it.
It's also nice because it's two more locations that are pretty close to the Cardia checks, so you can do all of them in one sweep.
Mm-hmm. As we have Titan's West is Titan's West, how exceedingly vanilla. And Sarda Cave is holding a seafloor, as Caelb's going to dip into it and see what he can find. Thunderclaw picking up that floater, and immediately Sir Linkalot, who was on his way back toward Elfland in the canoe, resets back and goes to pick up his airboat.
Sir Linkalot had this feeling, all right, I'm just going to hang out because I know that Thunder's going to find this floater for me. I mean, that is either providence or good planning, because they were, 7 minutes behind finding the floater, and they're only 2 minutes behind in the air now.
Mm-hmm. And I think Caelb found the C-split right there. I think he might have went right first, and he finds himself some volcano and some more sea into Q block.
I also like Caelb's play of going to Sarda's, because I feel like that's an overlooked location, and it's very easy to just go, oh, I'm in the air, I'm going to go check out the Cardias, now I'm going to check out the northern continent. Oh no, I forgot something, where is it?
Mm-hmm. Yep, especially in a entrance floor shuffle, you definitely don't want to forget those two areas if you didn't have a Ruby or you didn't have access to Titans over there, if that wasn't vanilla like it is today. For sure, you're definitely not going to want to forget that. It looks like Ale Markin's going to take himself on a Tiamat.
Well, guess how many nukes it's going to take.
I'm going to say 4. Not including any swings from that fighter with the power bonk.
Oh, Tiamat's turning into quite a tanky boy.
Yeah. Throwing out some sleep action, too.
And looking over on the other side, I love Thunder's play of going to Ordeals, our vanilla Ordeals location, and finding Canaria Castle.
Mm-hmm. Picking up 2 more key items there in the ruby and the slab.
Now, unfortunately, Canaria Locked is an incentive location. I put incentive in quotes because we still haven't seen any of those dud locations yet.
Right. Yeah. And you gotta be wondering now, like, how much more are they going to be having to find? I mean, they haven't found any of the dud locations. There are 4 of them too. That's quite a bit.
This is where the nightmare happens, when you have 5 locations left and only 1 incentive item. So you have, a 20% chance of finding it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you got a few seconds in the while you're in the middle of a fight or anything, maybe just roll a dice in the bot room and pick a number.
Shadows, thank you for keeping track. So it was 8 nukes and 1 swing because Tiamat decided to hold the fighter. Just a little cuddle. Now, one thing I'll note as we kind of watch these runners, one thing that I have a problem with specifically is when I'm in an entrance floor shovel and I get my floater, I want to go on a shopping spree. I want to hit up all the towns, see all the magic, figure out if there's an incentive item in the shop. And these runners have been doing it kind of by zone. Like, all right, I'm close to this one now, so I will check it as I do my other checks, saving minutes.
I think that's definitely a good way to kind of divide and conquer. You want to split the game into inner sea and then checks outside the inner sea once you can leave there, and then northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere is really a good way to kind of break things up. As Thunderclawed, I believe, took himself out of Kraken right there.
And Ale Markin finding the rod-locked floor.
And we have not seen the rod yet.
But Earth is incentivized, so might as well see what's there. Yeah, Thunder seems to be on a rampage, killing 2 fiends in 2 minutes.
And our fantastic tracker, Danny3883, has been keeping track in the notes for us. So far, 10 locations, 10 items, so no duds at all.
So if I put on my math brain, that means that we have 7 key items left in 11 locations.
So we got a question in chat from Shadow. Did Thunder a lot not kill carry? They did kill Kraken and Lich. I'm pretty sure I saw them do carry as well, but I mean, realistically, these runners are moving super, super fast, and this is tough to keep track of a little bit with the speed these guys are moving.
I want to say Sir Lancelot did end up taking out carry.
I think he did too. as Markin finds himself a lich as well.
Caelb finding the key in Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you think, Luffy? Do you go and head back to Canaria Castle to open that chest to see what it is, if it's another incentive item?
To your point, it is an incentive location. You have, maybe one more item, two more to find here. It can't hurt to make that check super, super quick if you know exactly where it is, which they do, so... As Markin finds himself a Kraken floor, so this is a jettiest of jetsies right here. We're going to be less than 35 minutes in. If Markin can light this fourth orb, we just need our levels and we need to go.
It looks like Sir Linkalot found that there be manticores down in Topher locked.
Yeah, see, I wonder if the plan here is they know they have one orb left to light. I wonder if Linkalot's gonna just kind of check out this Topher lock, maybe grab a few levels, and then dip in as soon as they can. Oh yeah, that's a spicy spike tile right there. The more preferred seafood party pack of the Gur Shark and the XP Pinata Big Eye. You love to see it.
Shadows and Chats, no, it is not a short Topher. It's the good old-fashioned one, so they are going to need loot.
Mm-hmm. And I saw Caelb did have the bagpipe in his inventory, so the multi-instrumental Sarah flag was checked tonight, so once they get their 4 orbs lit, they're in go mode, and they're ready to go. They just need to get their levels. Keep an eye on Team Thunder's inventory. I'm not sure if they picked up their loot, although Danny does look like she has it clicked on the tracker. So I would say, 35 minutes in here, Dead Pulse, they're both in go mode. They're just getting their levels.
What does Thunderclaw have against Fiends? This is his third one in 4 minutes.
When you have nukes and fades for days, you're just gonna power your way through.
But yeah, to what you were saying before, I love seeing some big eyes and some Gur Sharks.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'll take that sushi all day long. The Gur Sharks can roll a little high on the HP side, but it's one of the preferred top 10 spike tiles in the game. As Burt Reynolds yelling in chat right there.
So the boss scaling is 50 to 200% on the HP, but 100 to 250% on stats.
Yeah, so the HP, like we were saying, should be a little bit close on the vanilla side, but they might hit a little harder than expected. So I expect to see these guys probably take their dives in, what would you say, Death Pulse? Maybe anywhere between 24 to 27, somewhere in there. Probably feel a little safe.
If I were either team, seeing that you have all of the information, I would just go as soon as I was, level 18, level 19. I have 25 charges of nuke. I have at least 20 charges of fade.
Mm-hmm.
As we see our competitors, we have 2 of them already in Temple of Fiends.
Mm-hmm. As you got Thunderclaw taking a walk on the Bridge of Destiny, getting his levels. Sir Linkalot dipped down a little bit lower in the Temple of Fiends, taking it on the little short stair floor. And we're just gonna wait while we get some levels on us.
Well, I kind of like this because everybody needs to finish. So both members of your team are going to have to finish for you to win. So if someone is already at Temple of Fiends, why not grind for 3-4 minutes until the other player gets there?
Yep, I agree.
But man, it just goes to show the skill of these four runners. When it just seemed like a couple of minutes ago, we were laughing about, oh, look, there's, level 1 nuke and everything at the beginning's trying to kill you. And then all of a sudden, all 4 orbs are lit and, we could be done in 7 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it takes about a little less than 10 minutes to do a full Topher dive, so we can be done in less than 50 minutes here, maybe right around the 48, 49 minute mark if Sir Linkalot's going to just exit out and go.
Now they're probably looking for the hit break points for their fighters.
And to your point earlier, it seems like the downside to being such a fast seed, I think I saw Ale Markin swing in a Saber +6 as his sword on that fighter. So
yeah, I think a Saber +6 has decent crit though, right?
I'm not positive on the stats there, but I mean, yeah, it's anything +6 is going to be nice to swing. Caelb going to pick himself up some pro rings and kind of top off his inventory, and looks like he's going to make his dive.
So Luffy, you're one of these runners. It's 40 minutes in. You're about level 21. You've got your 3 black wizards all have life. It is at level 5 with your temper charges, but you still have access to that. If you're seeing fiends, if you see Carry or Kraken that you think their damage rolled up to the 200-250%, and no amount of armor is going to stop it, what's your plan?
So if you run into those kind of fiends, I mean, you know where some good spike tiles are. You're right there in Topher as well with some of the great encounters. You might want to try to gain another level or two, but I think you said it well before. You got Nuke, you got Fade. You're going to be doing whatever damage you can, swinging with that fighter. You just want to go. 40 minutes in, you got to feel like that you're not either behind with how fast this went, but you got to feel that you need to be competitive and take a risk, I think.
And yeah, I mean, the gold 7 bracelets are pretty nice, but a 250% Kraken isn't going to care.
Yeah, Kraken wouldn't care if you're wearing a steel armor +9 at that point.
But we have both Thunderclad and Sir Linkalot synchronizing themselves and running into Topher. We have Ale Markin, who looks like he's getting ready for it.
As Thunderclad's going down, Sir Linkalot going to grab another fight or two, probably exit out real quick, and then save with a house, and then go, go, go.
It's possible that Thunder is going ahead and scouting out the bosses, seeing if anything is going to hit hard. I'm trying to quick see what everyone's level's at. It looks like Caelb is hanging around level 25 with all of his characters.
So Caelb's got to feel pretty safe with those levels, even with the boss stats where they're going to be. But, yeah, we'll see how it plays out.
I mean, my fear going in is that your Black Wizards, they don't have over 400 health. If they don't even have over 300 health for some of them. So if you run into a nuke on either Kraken or Tiamat, it kills all of them. That's pretty much game over. You don't have the defense sword. So your fighter with the scimitar +6 isn't really going to cut it.
Mm-hmm. As Rock Solid 84 pointing out in chat that Sir Link-a-Lot is swinging an axe right now, and Burt Reynolds says that's not a good sign, and I tend to agree. But I've taken a Brack axe plus 5 to end game before. You make do with what you got.
I don't even think it's a light axe. I think it's a silver axe.
Ouch. Sir Link-a-Lot done taking his levels. He's going to exit out, save, and then just go right back in.
It looks like Lich rolled a little bit high on health. There was probably about 6 fade charges that Thunder had to cast. He's going to show us carry.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's some pretty good strategy on their end, too. You got Thunder, to your point earlier, going down quick. Is the Sir Link-a-Lot going to come behind? So Thunder's going to relay what he sees to Sir Link-a-Lot, as Ale and Caelb do the same thing.
And Carrie decided that she was going to roll up on that attack, hitting for, what, 600 and some change?
Ouch. Oh, boy.
And the Invis 2's coming out.
Oh, carry with zap. Uh-oh.
And nuclear.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a reset. Yes, Bert, that is definitely a reset.
A lot of the strategy is going to boil down to killing the bosses before they kill you. I know that's a very, John Madden thing to say, but I mean it when I say, Carrie has Zap in her pool. She's going to use it, and you're going to die from it. You got to kill her before that comes out.
Yeah. The downside of the sea being as fast as it was, without opening it so many boxes, I don't think they came across any ribbons, maybe one. So, I mean, considering all those mages that went down quick, I don't think any of them had a ribbon. So Ale Markin gets through carry too, so we're going to see ourselves some Kraken if he can make it to her.
Thunder deciding needs a couple more levels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with exit, nuke, fade, it's not the worst thing in the world to be taking some levels right inside the gates of Topher.
All right, let's see what this Kraken's going to dish out.
Hmm. So we got some bonk. Stop. Interesting. Oh boy.
Oh no, is that a fast?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. This could be trouble. And Kraken with a nuke.
That's what you call, zigging and zagging. Casts fast on self, then throws the nuke out. Was not expecting it.
Nope, did not see that one coming. All right, Ale continuing to throw out those invises on those power bonks, so we should see a pretty good swing from this fighter, hopefully.
I'm just impressed 3 of his characters survived that nuke.
Mm-hmm. Ink comes out, free turn. Oof. Ouch. What was that, 80 damage right there?
That's getting close.
Yep.
But going in, you knew it was going to be a slog. You need 4 or 5 casts of temper, or maybe 3 power bonks. And at that point, you're doing respectable damage.
Mm-hmm. So there's a fire 3. Oh no, there go all the mages. As Kraken 2 goes, oh, phew. I mean,
No, at this point, you keep going. You take a look at
yeah.
Tiamat and figure out their spells so you can try to narrow down what Chaos has.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we've seen Zap, we've seen a nuke, we've seen a nuclear.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Ice 2, Fire 3 for chip damage. So there are a few more nasties out there in the pool. Have not seen the Cure 4 yet.
When you don't have a weapon that you really appreciate, you hate to not see Cure 4 yet, because if Chaos has it and you're sitting there swinging for 200 damage, oh, there, Kraken has it. Perfect.
Yep, there it is.
Thank you for correcting me, chat.
Mm-hmm.
And Kraken is giving Sir Link-a-Lot the business. He's going to have to reset.
So now this is where I would be getting a little worried. I try to not let panic sit in for me right here, because you just blazed through this game. You got into Topher at less than 40 minutes, and now you're running into a brick wall. With Carry with the nuclear and Zap, Kraken with the fast and the nuke. You got to be wondering what to do here. You got to switch up your strategy a little bit, I think.
Well, the two strategies are either just keep hitting your face against the wall, and that's a legitimate strategy, because you know that you can beat Carry on turn 2 if you're just casting nukes. Kraken, you got to kill it before that nuke comes out.
Yep.
Based on all that, I don't think Tiamat's going to be very scary. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't know where I would feel comfortable with my levels, because if I'm not comfortable at, level 25, is 30 going to make that much difference, or do I... Or maybe I pass off, like, all right, now your turn to try to run through. I'm going to level up until you wipe or win.
Yeah, the one downside to taking this triple black mage party is going to be the HP that you were pointing out earlier. There's just not going to be enough HP to go around to survive some of these higher end nukes and nuclears that the bosses are going to throw out at us.
But back to my original point, I would much rather have good turn order than another 3 levels. And I'm only going to get good turn order by just smashing my face against it.
Yep, just keep going and keep going. Just trying to push through.
See, you should have bought some cat claws, because then you can have Black Wizard Samurai strats.
Yeah, question in chat from Shadows. Where was Ruse? Ruse was level 3.
So it looks like we have the 2 different strategies going here. Team caelb are both taking on Fiends. Ale Markin gets through Carry. It looks like caelb's going to make it through Lich. And it looks like Team Thunderalot's leveled up a little bit, grinding on those Chimeras and Chimeras. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yeah, it sounds good enough to me.
Well, Ale, only one character getting stopped. That's not a bad start.
Kraken throws out the fast. Kraken throws out the ink, free turn. Lots of locks and a swing. Nuke.
I'm not going to say anything until this fight's over.
3 nukes go off. And Kraken responds with one of his own.
That's what I was going to say. Like, all right, where's Kraken's nuke?
Mm-hmm. So gotta hope for some turn order right here. And he gets it.
That is called skin of your teeth right there.
Mm-hmm.
Caelb making his way to the Kraken floor. Hopefully he can get some turn order and put it away too.
Mm-hmm.
Rock solid, you are correct. Great axe plus 7 hype.
All right, looks like we're going to have the same strategy going off here on Tiamat. We got Locks and Tia responding with a stop of her own. Very interesting. Locks and Fast and Power Box going off. Oh, Tiamat with a nuke of her own as well. You gotta hope for some turn order in action here. Oh, and a nuclear. Ooh.
Back to back, that's not fair.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think there was a Fire 3 or a Fire 2 in between the nuke and nuclear.
I think that Fire 2 rolled at max 200 damage or so on the Knight as well, so oof. Oof,
And,
Caelb has
yeah.
his fighter paralyzed. Uh-oh.
Caelb's turn order and RNG does not seem to be as lucky as Ale's.
Mm-hmm. You're just gonna keep casting tempers and hope for some good luck.
Just sit there paralyzed and get angry.
Oh, that's not fair. He stood up right after that, too.
He stood up just after all of his friends died.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, looks like Ale's gonna go make some sushi over here with the Gershark and the Big Eyes, and I gotta imagine Caelb might be going to the same spot. Nope, somewhere else maybe.
It looks like Team Thunder a lot is going to take their crack at running through this. And yeah, it looks like Team Caelb is altering their strategy a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What's interesting about this is we're still under the 1 hour mark. And just how blazing fast these runners are. They've wiped in Topher no less than 15 times in between all of them, and it's still below the 1 hour mark. It's anyone's game.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering to myself why Thunder was using fades, and I believe that's because Nuke shares with Invis 2.
Yeah, the Invis 2 definitely going to be a little more valuable here in the late game than the Nuke, possibly. Yeah, Invis 2, Nuke, Lightning 3, Ice 3, all at level 1. That's a loaded level 1 white and black magic grouping.
I kind of like Team Caleb's plan here, looking through some chests, because if you can search a chest that you don't think your opponents have, and you find a mass immune, if you find something that's going to change this game, like, you've won. As I was paying attention to Team Caleb, did I miss Team Thunder a lot going and checking out the carry 2 rooms?
I think they did, and I'm not sure if Bert was calling out the Massa or if he was calling for the Massa. Because if Team Thunderlot found a Massa, that's going to be a bit of a game changer. Not quite the Vorpal, but it'll be a game changer.
Oh, I mean, it's a rough choice between the Mass Immune and the Great Axe +7.
Yeah, I mean, you have to make some decisions. It's a Massa -3 on the carry floor. How about that? Still would rather swing that than probably anything else. Caleb finds himself a chime inside of Sky Palace, so that's just fun game. Thank you.
I'm still waiting for these dub locations to show up.
Yeah, you would have thought we would have seen one by now, but I guess that's a testament to how well the runners have ran together, and just their strategy in dividing everything was very, very on point.
All right, Thunder's taking on Kraken. Let's see if he can get some decent turn order here.
Mm-hmm. Leaves that fighter in the front slot. That's a bold strategy, Cotton.
You know, based on his strategy, because I think even though the sprites are a little bit weird, I'm pretty sure he has the ninja. I think I saw it cast a nuke. But in the Kraken fight, I mean, your ninja is probably your least valuable character if you're just going to try to nuke it down.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what we're doing. We are definitely rusing.
Mm-hmm. So I did see Caleb come across a ribbon over there opening some boxes. Haven't seen anything really good to swing though. So that Massa on the carry floor seems to still be the weapon of choice. Oh boy. Oh no.
Oh, what? You heal 3 yourself? I can do that too, but better.
I'm honestly a little surprised Thunder's not resetting out of this. I'm not sure what he thinks he can do. Oh, he's got the power bonk on that? Okay.
Yeah, he was doing a cheeky strat of using ruse. And I like this. You've got 3 characters, they all know ruse. You just switch around the equipment so they cast three ruses for 3 different bosses. But the nuke shuts that down.
It was an interesting idea.
It's great. Like, I'm writing this down and trying it later.
As Caleb still continuing to open boxes, looking for something, anything.
Yeah, it looks like Thunder might be done there. Going to check different magic shops.
Yeah.
I'm still saying that it was the right call for 40 minutes going into Topher, even with level 20 25 characters to test it out, see if you can make it through.
Mm-hmm. So, question in chat by Rock Solid asking why Caleb was opening boxes instead of grinding. I mean, he's probably looking for a weapon to swing. He did find that ribbon, which is nice, but he's probably just looking for either an additional ribbon to kind of help himself or a better weapon.
I would still be looking for the defense sword. If I found that, I have the defense sword, I have the power bonk. It doesn't matter what I'm swinging at that point. As long as I can survive the spells, I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Looks like he was also trying to grab a few bucks to get a couple of, get life too on the rest of those black mages.
Ale taking on Kraken, stuns all the black mages, destroys the fighter. That's not looking good.
Yep, and that's a reset.
This is turning into a real slobber knocker, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. I mean, this was just the jettiest of jet seeds early on. The beginning was so very, very kind to them. The magic was great. They found the four fiends very quickly into Topher at less than 40 minutes, and now you're just banging your head against the wall, punching yourself in the face, just trying to do anything to get through Kraken. We still haven't even got through Tiamat yet, so we don't even know what Chaos has.
Well, in commenting to Bert, I believe the first runner to enter Topher was Sir Linkalot around the 36-minute mark. I'll have to go back and check the notes. So it's entirely possible that, 1 hour, 20 minutes comes by. Yes, somebody did get to Tiamat, and they nuked, I believe.
Yep, we saw them get to Tia. We haven't seen them get through Tia. So, looking at our broadcast notes, our tracker Danny writes down, looks like Thunder was the first to enter Topher to take his first dive at about 38 minutes, 14 seconds, and then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got about 16, 17 dives between all four runners right now. This is, oof. This is going to be very interesting. Yep, as Danny confirming, Linkalot was first into Topher at 36 minutes, but doing his grind as Thunder was the first to officially take his dive.
That makes sense. Thank you, Danny.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've got a Lich fight going on, a carry fight going on. Carry zapping two people. Just, you're gone.
Gonna hope these nukes are gonna get us there.
I mean, an hour 6 in, any lead that either team had is evaporated. They have to know, all right, everyone's banging their head against Topher. We got to do something to either push through or change something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right now you're sitting there, you're looking for that dot done by your opponent right now in the race room, and you got to feel like you're all running into the same problem.
But that's also a good feeling, where it's like, oh, we're all in this together, instead of, feeling desperately behind.
Mm-hmm.
Jolly cooperation and all that.
Yeah, the only thing better than racing against somebody one-on-one is racing against somebody two-on-two and knowing 4 people are going through the same problem.
Thunderclad is our latest challenger / victim to Kraken. We'll see how he does. How he does. English gets hard after the 67-minute mark.
Thunder gonna throw out his invis, his fast, his power bonk.
Yeah, this is, I'm going to say, the 4th different kind of formation setup that we've seen Thunder do against Kraken.
Mm-hmm. Thunder surviving that nuke with 2 of his mages. Yeah, the Cure 4 comes out, but that's okay. You got your evasion stacks and your power stacks going off with that power bonk.
His strategy was survive until Kraken casts Cure 4 and then do something about it. I love it.
It is a viable strat. It is viable. If you can get there damage-wise, it's viable.
Are we going to see quad Krakens?
Question in chat by Twinstrumental. Is Caelb the only one with multiple ribbons? Yes.
We almost had the quad Krakens, but Thunderclad's strategy pays off. He is on his way to Tiamat, followed by Ael Markin.
Mm-hmm.
This is now getting exciting. If you weren't excited before, we're going to have 2 people on Tiamat, 2 people on Kraken.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Ael starting out with some blocks. Lock 2 is going off. Fast going off onto that fighter. Power bonking up.
In this dive, Kraken is 0 for 3. Caelb's trying to make that 0 for 4.
Some more lock 2s. Stop comes out, misses the fighter. More lock 2s. There's the nuke. Ooh. Yeah.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, normally you have Kraken 2 or Tia 2 being your true gatekeeper of a seed before you get the Chaos, but neither one of these 2 are playing very nice at all.
And Caelb makes Kraken 0 for 4 as he's going to try to take on Tiamat. Both Thunderclad and Sir Linkalot, both trying to survive simultaneous Tiamat fights.
Mm-hmm. Wall and lock 2. Sir Linkalot punches his way through Tia and is on to Chaos. Solo, but he's there.
I didn't like that hit for 202. And an Inferno.
Ooh. Yep.
Thunderclawed also besting Tiamat. It looks like caelb bested Tiamat as well, making his way to Chaos. With a full party, no less. The first of our runners to be able to pull that accomplishment off at the 1 hour, 13-minute mark.
Mm-hmm. Burt Reynolds in chat asking if he forgot to move the ruse item. There was no ruse item in this seed. The defensor would have been the only one, and I don't think any of our runners found it.
Yeah, they were just casting ruse on the black mages were casting ruse on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see with this chaos if either of these two runners can take him down.
Mm-hmm. Fast bonks and invis 2's going off. Cure 3 going to try to get that knight back up to the most max HP they can get to. Tempers and power bombs. It's going to be a big swing.
caelb isn't leaving this a chance. He wants to kill Chaos in one hit.
Yep. That's all of the charges of temper that he has. There you go. That's a big swing.
803, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be 1 or 2 swings away.
Yeah, he's got to be close. Yep, and there it is. caelb taking down Chaos.
Get your solo G's out in chat.
Mm-hmm.
And Ale closely behind, trying to take on Kraken.
Mm-hmm.
Thunderclawed looks like he's doing a little bit of grinding.
Yeah, I'm sure caelb relayed that information about Chaos to Ale, provided he can get through. Useful.
Well, Chaos didn't look too bad. He still was hitting harder than I wanted him to. But if you were able to have, be able to cast fast and 6 million tempers, I mean, he's going down.
Mm-hmm.
And Ale, 2 bosses away now from maintaining their title and successfully defending it against Team Thunder a lot.
Oh, Stop comes out and hits everybody but the knight. Oh, no.
It's nuke strats.
You just got to spray nukes and pray right now. Oof.
And Sir Lancelot, all of his characters remaining are stunned versus this Kraken, who's just going to unleash terror on him. Yeah, Kraken likes to find the back row, so I don't want to put him there.
Here on the earth floor, just grinding out these earths. Sir Linkalot going back to Kraken 2, and Ale going to take another dive.
Yeah, it does seem like there's some absurdly high rolls for this. I know 250% on the monsters. It seems like most of them rolled 250. But I do like what Thunderclot is doing. He's
Your Ale, you know your teammate was able to punch his way through. You got to feel like turn order is what's going to get you through now. Your levels, you got to feel good with. Your gear, you got to feel okay with. You just got to get the right turn order to be able to punch the rest of this and finish it home.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to keep hitting your head against that brick wall because eventually you're going to get through.
Ale Markin back onto a Lich 2, and down goes Lich 2. Thunder taking his Tier 2 fight. Sir Linkalot taking the Tier 2 fight, while Thunder going to continue to get his levels.
I like dropping to a 2-man to be able to do this.
Yep, rock solid in chat pointing out Thunder dropping at a 2-man makes sense. He's going to try to get the maximum amount of HP he can get on this ninja and one of these black mages.
Ale taking on Kraken 2 for the probably 8th, 9th time now.
Alright, so Ale gonna take another shot after wiping the Kraken again. This Temple of Fiends is just... it's just not playing nice.
It looks like Thunderclaw has decided he's going to start making his way into Temple of Fiends. this time with his two-man party. We apologize. We're having some technical difficulties. Luffy and I are having a problem hearing each other, so we're probably speaking over each other.
There we go. I hear you now. I don't know what happened there.
Ask for a fix and you shall receive.
Yep. That's much better. So, yep, that's showbiz, baby. That happens when you're live.
Let's see some good turn order for Sir and Link-a-Lot.
Mm-hmm. I think I saw, was that level 37 right there on Thunderclaw's side? He's not taking any chances.
Thunderclaw has decided he is done with this seed. He's going to beat it, and he's going to beat it in the next 5 minutes. So Link-a-Lot killing Kraken, going for his second round versus Tiamat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Burt Reynolds in chat pointing out Topher is now longer than the rest of the entire seed combined, and that, that feels kind of strange.
It's funny when you're not expecting. We were talking before this saying, based on the seed, we're expecting, an hour 5. We didn't think that all of the fiends were going to roll up on their damage.
Yep. I mean, these are just nukes and nuclears and big swings and zaps. It's just very, very unpleasant for these runners.
It's great to watch this. I'm sure it's not great to play it at this time. It's got to be frustrating as all get up. But watching the different strategies that they're using and how they're adapting, like, this is something that I'm going to rewatch and take notes, because a lot of these are good ideas that either it's easy to forget or you just don't think of them.
Mm-hmm. Sir Link-a-Lot goes down again. Gonna just keep going. You have not seen that dot done by your opponent. Just keep going.
The first question that I'm going to ask Caelb is, what kind of words of encouragement was he giving to Ale during this last 10 minutes?
Yeah, I'm sure he's just sending positive vibes to his teammate right now, just telling him, just pray for turn order. You're going to work your way through this. We're going to get there together.
I don't enjoy being on the edge of my seat for this long.
Yeah, this is just some real good quality television right here. Making me nervous.
So yeah, Thunder is finally deciding, all right, let's raise up all my party. I've got almost 700 health on my my ninja. I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so I think Thunder's going to feel pretty good about his dive here. So this is going to be a good chance for Ale. He's got to find a way to punch through on this dive. Otherwise, it's going to be... We'll see how it goes, but I think this might be his shot.
This is the closest we felt to having a completion in this match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Burt Reynolds in chat pointing out the age-old words of encouragement. Just stop getting unlucky. All right, Ale gonna pull himself some tier 2.
And Sir Link-A-Lot wipes to carry 2.
Oof. Was that the zap? It must have been the zap. Yep. All right, Ale throwing out lock twos, power bonking, fast. Stop comes out. The stop hits again. But he's up after one turn. Ooh, that was a big roll nuke on that top black mage.
You know what? You still got 1, and that's all you need to get through this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The nuclear. He survives the nuclear. Okay, this is his shot. Oh, there's a Bane. Oh. Wow.
Terrible. Just terrible.
Oh, wow.
I would be so angry right now.
Oh, the tilt that Ale must feel right now is just got to be so real. He's probably going to pick up that ribbon that Caelb found. I mean, oh boy. I know you and I are over here having a good time, but I would love to be in their voice chat right now to hear this.
I find it enjoyable, but we are pushing the 1 hour in Topher mark, and nobody likes that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Ale gonna pick up that ribbon.
Sir Link-A-Lot grinding some more zombie Ds.
Mm-hmm. Thunder gonna pull himself some calamari.
Now, he's got that bottom black wizard who's above 400 health, so only needs to worry about, the Banes and the Zaps.
Mm-hmm. And the nukes, and the nuclears, and the stop. Ale also going to pick up that Opal +7.
I like it, and that wasn't a very long journey, minute and a half.
Yeah. For a little bit of safety, that can go a long way. And there's the cure 4 by Kraken. Time to start swinging.
What was that, 4 hits for 191?
Mm-hmm. 4 hits, 135. Thunderclaw gets through. Okay. All right. So Sir Lancelot feels pretty good about his little mini grind. He's going to go back in. As you got Ale working his way down to the loot plate. This is going to be a bit of a photo finish.
Yeah, it's going to be close. Ale just seconds in front of Sir Lancelot.
Mm-hmm. I know we've been saying it for about 20, 30 minutes now, but you got to feel like this is the one. This is where I'm going to be able to punch through.
I feel better having another ribbon. I feel better having the Opal 7. And on Sir Lancelot's side, I feel better having 3 more levels than I did.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't agree more.
I can't understate the mental fortitude that is needed to
right
keep
now,
going.
Virtual tie between Ale and Sir Lancelot, as Sir Lancelot catching up fast.
Still down to his 2 party members, trying to take out Tiamat.
We have dueling lich fights between Sir Lancelot and Ale Markin.
I think Sir Lancelot picked up the Massa -3 from the carry floor.
There's the Bane.
I'd swing a scimitar plus 15.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're calling this the Black Wizard Samurai strats, and you know, it takes a while, but it's working.
Yeah. Question is he going to get there before he runs out of spell charges of Cure 3 and Cure 2?
You know, it doesn't matter if you... Well, I guess it does matter, because all of his Black Wizards aren't the same level.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Sir Lancelot gonna pull Kraken, as Ale gonna do the same.
Thunderclaw taking out Tiamat, gonna raise his party and head to Chaos with a full 4.
Mm-hmm. That's gotta feel pretty good. Was he doing that again? Did he not have his armor equipped right there? I mean, yeah, I guess that's one way to do it.
Honestly, even with gold 7s, the damage that Kraken rolled, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no. At this point, you're right. It's the nukes, the nuclears you're worried about.
Caelb on his way to Tiamat, and Sir Lancelot's very close behind.
Mm-hmm. As Thunderclaw gonna pull himself a chaos.
The stop coming out on the fighter on Ael's side during Tiamat, that's terrible.
Yep. He's able to stand up though, so just 1 or 2 turns right there. Oof, 96 damage, not... Oof. You gotta get some of those lock 2s off now.
No, I think we're going to heal 3 a little bit more.
Oh, and the nuke says he will do none of the above.
That hurts.
Yeah. Feels bad. Alright, so Thunderclaw working on that chaos. Just slowly but surely he's gonna get there. As Sir Lancelot gets through Tiamat.
And has all 4 of his party members ready to rock.
Mm-hmm.
They're both going to be on Chaos, and we are 2 Chaos fights away from having a new champion.
Yep. As we pass the 1 hour 40-minute mark, we have now been in Topher for over an hour alone. That is just... that's something. After the way this early game was blazing speed.
Thunderclaw taking out Chaos. They are now 1. Get out your GGs, well, your G in chat. We have 1-1. Sir Lancelot trying to take out Chaos and become the new champions in the Double Dragon Tag Team title.
Yep, and this Chaos, not super scary. Hits a little bit hard, but I believe Bert pointed out in chat that it has the carry 2 script, so not too scary compared to Kraken and Tiamat. It's definitely a breath of fresh air. Lots of tempers. The temper. Inferno comes out. Everybody stands up still. We got more temper, more temper. Lit 2 takes out one of the black mages, but they did their job. And there it is. Big swing. Down goes Chaos for Sir Lancelot. get your GGs out in chat for Team Thunder a lot.
It looks like we've got new champions.
Mm-hmm. GGs.
Now, Ale did find a light axe +5. So this dive may be a little easier for him.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to reach out to Team Thunder a lot, see if they want to pop in here and give us a little post-game interview. As Ale's going to take one more dive and see if he can break through this time. And we are joined in the booth by the new Double Dragon Co-op Tag Team Champions, Sir Link-A-Lot and Thunderclaw. GG's, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
So, what did you guys think?
Yeah. It was super fast. We were go mode and ready to go Topher at 35 minutes. We had all of our orbs. We had pretty good damage, but we didn't have ribbons, and we knew that was going to be probably bad. And then we obviously wanted a few more levels because we were both around level 20 or 21 when we were ready to actually try Topher.
Mm-hmm.
But then, yeah, we could have ran the seed like 3 times through by the time we finished this Topher.
Now, Thunder, I loved all of the strategies that you were using for Kraken. You had 4 different strategies for 4 different Kraken fights until you found the one that worked, and that worked brilliantly.
Yeah, it was kind of bad. I didn't know exactly what to expect because he punched really bad the first time. So I was like, all right, Invises. Then Link said he was using other stuff. I was like, all right, well, I got wall. All right, well, he had low HP, so I might as well damage. Well, he's got stop, so that could just totally put a nail in that coffin. So eventually it just had to be the safest strat was obviously to get more than 400 HP and use Black Samurai strats. Because finding that Mazda underneath carry 2 but tile was pretty awesome, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
That probably saved my butt, because when I called the Vorpal out, I was just like, I was happy because I'm like, he rolled a ninja. I'm like, hey, you've got your weapon here. I'm just like, cool, I've got a Vorpal 4 that's sitting here in my inventory, and I've got a light axe +5, and I don't want to run Topher through this, but started it, and then he said Masa -3. I'm like, don't care, where is it? Time to go get it.
Yeah, I was just doing a walking grind because I was that dive was initially going to be a try, but then just getting to Lich's Floor, I used so many resources on unrunnable fights, and then I had to cast Life because of Bane casting Chimeras. It's like, whatever, I'll just check the box on Carrie's Floor and take EXP eggs out and save it. And when the Mazda popped up, it was like our answer to some of our problems right here.
Mm-hmm.
What I find odd about this seed was the beginning was just filled with death, because you had imps with cremate and wolves with something, giants with something. The middle of it was, 20 minutes of we're done, and then the end of it was just a train wreck.
The end was a terrible disaster. I don't want to do it again.
You act like you're surprised. You know who rolled the seed, right?
Yeah, we were talking about that early on too, about who rolled this seed? Who did this to them?
Always Danny. Every seed that I race with Danny's roll is not a good seed.
Yeah, at least you avoided nuke arachnids or, something like that. So.
Oh, lordy. So I see
just
Caleb
not
was
seen it.
done. Caleb was probably done before both of us, right?
Yeah, we'll ask him, but I believe Caleb was done at the 1 hour and like 16 minutes.
Nice. Yeah, with stop and like in the scripts, you could definitely have made it through like without having to grind high or anything. But it was a pretty big RNG roll just to get everything to go right at like 20s.
Yeah.
You had to get low roll nukes. You had to evade those stops. Just had to make sure she wasn't punching you early.
Oh, Caleb Ale joining us. GG's guys. Tough beat.
It happens,
guys.
man. That's the nature of the beast. But it's a lot of
All
fun.
good.
Ale and I were talking about what this means for Double Dragon. I think Ale and I had a good idea. I got Danny in here as the co-commission. We'll bounce it off her. I think what would be fun would be when the champs are dethroned, that the champs fall to the bottom of the rankings and they got to climb their way back up.
Ooh.
Sort of put a little power on that number one contender spot and make that champ spot like that much more coveted.
I do think that adds more to the number one contender spot. Yeah. Because, like, ooh, big whoop, I'm going down to the number one contender, or I'm going down to number 2.
Yeah, because, like, otherwise it's just going to be like this top 3 teams just like a revolving door.
Rotating.
Yeah. So, and I think that feels bad, but I'll talk to Danny. We'll figure it out. But that's my thoughts. Just because, like, I want to see Fade to Brack. I want to see Dead Pulse and Fry Teeth come in and punch you guys in the mouth.
I mean, y'all said you were going to do that, and look what happened.
Hey, I finished like an hour ago. Where you been?
I mean,
were you guys?
But you know, we talked about this, that, you know, it's a team thing. Both people have to finish, so.
It was just fun to get link buffering for a second.
Did you guys also? We had like all 4 orbs and go mode items at 35 minutes. I'm assuming it was pretty similar for you guys.
Yeah, that's when we were all. Yeah, that's when we were go mode as well, 35. So we just did some wrap up and we started diving Gopher at like the 40-minute mark.
Yep.
And here we are, an hour later.
Yeah.
So what got us through? We eventually, like my 4th or 3rd dive, I just wanted to get EXP going to carry because I used too many resources. And I was like, all right, I'll check the carry boxes and then exit out, get the levels and stuff, you know. And Mazda Moon was underneath carry.
I told you, Ale. I told you to check it.
We didn't have any ribbons. We were going in just pure MDef and hoping.
Yeah, I had 1 ribbon.
We had wall, and that's.
Yeah.
I ended up finally grinding one of my black mages and my ninja up to 40, so it had over 400 HP, and just doing black samurai strats for Kraken and Tia.
Yeah. We both ran fighter triple black mage, and I was thinking like, because I found like a Bane sword +7, and I was like, that would have been a good sword to swing.
Yeah, I almost did the same thing. I actually started fighter triple black mage, and then I saw nuke at level 1, and I was like, no, let's do ninja. We might be able to nuke our way through this.
Yeah.
It didn't happen though.
But yeah, another thought that we had, and this is something else I got to talk to Danny about. So when I was done, like I was just sitting there forever because you guys took a while to finish, and I was like, I want to go open boxes. Like I want to go explore the world, see if I can find anything for you.
I feel like in the past that was something someone brought up and it was allowed in like co-op tournaments, right?
Yeah. So like because of the uncertainty, I was like, I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna, try to coach it through it. But yeah, man, because we found a ribbon. I left, so I wiped out a Topher twice. I was like, I'm gonna go just look in some rooms and try to find Life 2 or Cure 4. And I found Life 2 in Onrak. And then I went into Sea Shrine, which was, Onrak was mermaids, found like an Opal 7, and then went into the waterfall. And right side of Sky 2 had a ribbon +2. So I was like, all right. And then as soon as I went back, then I got a decent amount of levels opening that stuff up. And then as soon as I went back, I one-shot Topher just by like luck and speed.
Well, the
and power.
ribbon was huge because stop was really the problem with Tia and Kraken.
Mm-hmm. But
So
then
having that ribbon would have been like massive.
Yeah.
Kind of how that's kind of how I strategize my fight. If I can avoid stop, even on like or get turn order, I basically just turn 1. I buffed my fighter. That's all I did. Like I didn't worry about defense until like my last dive. I'm like, I'm gonna wall the fighter and then just temper fast. And then after that, I was like, I don't care about anything else. I just have to beat the nukes and the nuclears and basically just kill them before they kill me. And basically, I just powered my way through the fight before they got their nasty stuff off.
That's what I did with Tia 2. I managed to like Kraken. We had the strat of like lock, bonk, fast, and then just pour tempers into the fighter and melee strats once the Cure 4 came out. But Tia 2, it was just like, just go ham. And I was like, all right. And I just poured nukes into her and got her down in 3 rounds.
Nice. So what weapon was the best weapon you guys found for fighters? Because I didn't see a lot of great options. I saw like Saber 6 sword and like a short 7.
We found what was it, a giant +4, giant +6, something.
Yeah.
It was in the bottom right QF locked.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. That would do
What
it.
was it? I was swinging a light axe +5 until we found the Masa. That was in ice, but like I think it was one of the 2 behind the 2 trap chests in Ice Cave.
What did Masa standard?
It was
or
-3.
Even still.
Katana -3 also. We found that early, but
Yeah.
There was a
my ninja ended up only really doing chaos. I ended up doing black mages for the first 3 fight scenes.
It's funny, like Ale was like the early killer and was just like blowing through everything, and I was just struggling on the struggle bus, just trying to get anything going.
Yeah.
And then he was like, all right, I found all the 4 fiends, and like he found the fiends as I was finding the key items. Well, I got like the key, and then I was like, all right, well, we're go mode, because he found Lich or Kraken or whatever.
Well, now you say that, damn, Link, what'd you do? Because I found the canoe, I found the floater, I found 3 fiends, killed 4 fiends.
I found the ship.
I found the loot.
I found the ship.
For me, that's the most important part.
I found the ship and I found the key.
Okay.
I beat Chaos.
Well, I was finding the ship. You were getting to grind your levels, so that was.
Yeah, we were both like bottlenecked into that dungeon, so I just grinded Sky 3 until he got to the bottom. I think it was like level 14 or 13 by the time he got done with the ship.
Yeah.
See, I let you go get those kills because I let you get the levels while I was finding stuff. That's how that works.
We're sowing discontent between Thunder a lot. I love it.
It's our biggest brain play ever.
No, that was fun. These were fun flags. Definitely. It was definitely interesting because this is the first time I've done co-op without loose items or shards. So could have been super duper fast, but
I mean, all the fiends rolled super easy to find. If they would have rolled behind like Q blocks and rod blocks and stuff, this probably would have been a lot more normal paced seed.
And you guys were also supposed to have 4 duds.
That's what I was just gonna
Yeah, we
say.
didn't find any duds.
Yeah,
That's
no
great.
dud items out of 4.
Marshlock was a dud. I found that because that was underneath Sky 2 in the waterfall.
I don't think Marshlock was an incentive.
I think it was.
It was not. It was Earth, Sky, Canary locked.
Okay. That explains why it was a cabin.
Volcano Sea Shrine and Marshlock were the non-incentive.
Yeah, well, that explains why I find a cabin. So. And I had the flags open the whole race too, and I kept looking at them.
Read the flag.
Yeah, well, for a while, for the whole seed until I got to Topher, I was like, we have 50% boss HP maybe, right? He's like, no, it's clamped. I was like, fuck, there goes my nuke strats.
What I enjoyed about this is you guys really put on 2 different shows. The first part of the show was showing people how to get this seed done in 30 minutes. And the second part was how to change your strategies once you have, 4 very trolly fiends in the Temple of Fiends. And I can't understate how exciting it was to watch both of these teams, race.
Because even Carry 2 could just open up and zap and you're over.
Yeah. Yep. I think on one of my last couple dives before the forfeit, I was fighting Lich and Rub landed on my fighter. I'm like, really?
Oh yeah, Rub. Yeah,
like,
the
really?
Rub got my ninja.
Then the carry zap, and then the Kraken. Like on the very last dive I did before the forfeit, I did all my buffing. I was good to go. I'm like, all right, well, she just used nuke. Cure 4's next. It's fine. Then she punches my fighter instead for like 700. I'm like, okay. That was fun.
These fiends were just so like balanced. Like they could punch you hard, they could script you or spell you, and like they just didn't care which one they were gonna do. They didn't have a lean except for maybe Kraken spell happy a little more often.
Yeah, and then even then, every single dive you got something different. It wasn't like the same exact fight every single dive, because you can at least RNG around that and deal with it.
Right.
Here it's like, okay, well, I'm going to react to what was my plan going on my last couple dives for Tia. I'm like, well, the nuke and nuclear come out like right next to each other. So once I see the one, or once I know it's coming after the stop, I'm just going to start spamming heal 3 because I've got 3 casters of it. And then instead of doing nuke or nuclear, he punches 2 of my black wizards out. I'm like, okay, well, there goes that plan.
I feel like the fiends pulled like one of ours, like we reversed our roles where the fiends like leveled up to level 40 and just demolished us with their party.
Yeah, because like this was like, I remember we were looking at the flags. I was like, all right, they're only clamped to 250. Like it's not.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You know, it's not terrible, right? Like, you know, we're used to doing these Saturday rumbles where it's like 300 to 500%, and you know, this I was like, this is gonna be fine. I was like, we got gold bracelets plus 7s, we got pro rings plus 6. I got
gold bracelets didn't feel like plus 7. I was still getting punched for like 100. I was like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, I had gold bracelet and pro ring on one of my black mages, and Gasty like blew me up for like 250, and I was like, what just happened? I am confusion.
Yeah, that was funny. Like with the fiends, how it was Thunder. Like every single time I went to carry, except the very last time, carry always opened with Zap, and like for Thunder, carry was always opening up with like an attack, and like I would love to see an attack on turn 1 because I will kill carry at minimum turn 2. So I don't care if he punches one of my black mages or my fighter, but no, you want to zap and kill like, you know, my entire party or 2 of my black mages, and you get turn order on top of that. So thanks, carry. I appreciate it.
Did you guys find a better grind than Big Eyes and Gersharks?
I just did a walking grind.
Yeah, we just did walking grinds. I ended up, I did some fancy, I figured out some fancy encounter table stuff. If you would have hard reset and went to the loot lock room and just ran circles around there for fights, you wouldn't get a lot of good fights. You get like bad men, zombie Ds, and whiz bamps, and then mage fighters, and then it would just keep cycling through that stuff. But if you went to the earth floor, took some fights, then went back up, you got on like this other side of the table where it was all gas dragons. Like every fight was gas dragons, and they had less than 300 HP. So I just ran circles and nuked gas dragons.
That's crazy. I never took a hard reset, so I did that. So that's what I told Ale how I got my my RNG the way it was.
Mm-hmm.
I guess since the earth floor, like you know how the steps get worse as you go down Topher.
Yeah.
I guess like the earth floor steps just push the table off the normal, and like odds and evens type of thing.
Yeah.
And we just went to the other floor and got different encounters entirely.
Well, GG's guys. Well done.
Thanks. It was a race, dude.
Yeah, GG. We're looking forward to coming back up and breaking our 1-1 tie.
Yeah, I mean technically, yeah. It's fine. It's fine. I'm excited to see what Fry Teeth and Deadpool's, what you guys get up to as the new #1 contenders.
Oh, jeez.
I'm on that duck hype train. You get you some momentum going into the Duck Derby.
All right, so we're gonna kick it over to the runners for any final thoughts right here before we wrap it up and pay the bills. So let's go over to our second place finishers, Team caelb, Ale and Caleb. Any final thoughts on the seed tonight?
I talked a whole bunch. I'm gonna let Ale talk.
No, I mean, I thought the seed was really fun. It was really like the tale of two seeds. You know, kind of like what you alluded to earlier, like, you know, the first 35 minutes, it's like, oh, here's how you finish the seed really fast in co-op and get into Topher. And then the last hour and some change was like, here's how you adapt or pray for RNG or whatever you want to do to get through it. But no, it was a lot of fun. It was really interesting. I liked what we did with the party select at the start, where, you know, there is no tail, pick your party and go, and oh, by the way, deal with these blessings. I think that's pretty. It was a fun way to kind of change things up and make it so it's not like, oh, well, we're going to be promoting anyways, so let's just go ham. So.
Yeah.
All right, and our new Double Dragon co-op team champions, Team Thundera. Any final thoughts?
I talked a lot, so I'm gonna let Link go.
I guess I'm looking forward to the challenge from Fright Teeth and Deadpulse. We'll see what kind of flags they come up with, and I guess at this point we have to defend our title because I guess we technically we've got two technical belts for co-op. We've got the co-op champions, and now we got the Double Dragon belts. So we've got belts on both shoulders.
All right, Fright Teeth, Deadpool still need to beat them.
Yeah, you want to talk about having a target on your back right now, guys?
Right.
I mean, we're all going to be coming for you. Will be
no pressure here.
Coming up with something soon too. Don't you
Lonely
guys
at
worry.
the top.
Oh, ouch.
Heavy as the crown.
Yeah.
I know Ale and I had it for a long time. So it took you guys a while to get your act together. So
Yeah,
hopefully-
we've been fans.
Such masterfully crafted flag.
Yeah, throwback to your September tournament flags, essentially.
All right, I'm going to kick it over real quick to my co-com Deadpulse. Any final thoughts before we wrap things up here?
No, this was a great race. Thank you guys for running it. Thanks, Luffy, for joining me on comms. Danny for doing the tracking, amazing job, and Dark Moon for being the wizard of this restream.
That's right, correct. Big props to our friends behind the scenes. So coming up schedule, weekly speed gaming race tomorrow night, 10:30 on channel to be determined. We have the Irongol Heavy Metal Rank match, caelb versus Reese, Friday night, 11:30 p.m., also channel to be determined. The Irongol Hardcore Championship match, Saturday at 10 p.m., and the Duckling Bootcamp Week 8, Sunday at 10 p.m. on RPG Limit Break. So we got some great Final Fantasy action coming up at the end of this week. Join us on the Discord. That's in chat. Follow our runners. And I think we're going to wrap things up right here tonight. So to everybody who joined us watching, to our runners who ran, our trackers who tracked, and Dark Moon for the restream, ciao and chillax, Final Fantasy Randomizer fam. Y'all have a good night. We gone.
If you like what you see, make sure to check out FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. Links for the Discord and the development Discord are there, along with the game itself. Play along, join the community, and come be part of Final Fantasy Randomizer. Thank you to everyone. We will see you next time.